quick message from Spirit. Take what you need and leave the rest. Someone here is at a crossroads and they're experiencing quite a bit of anxiety over this, okay? And it's because they've weathered many storms, okay? So I just want to talk about what came through on this. So you're at a crossroads. You've been through a lot already. And there's this fear that no matter what you choose, or if you choose wrong, you're going to just suffer more. There's going to be more storms or more challenges, okay? Here's what Spirit said about this, okay? I'm going to try, I pre-pulled the cards just to save time, okay? So first of all, you're being heavily protected, okay? So let's just say this, okay? So Archangel Metatron came up and Archangel Ariel, all right? And, you know, the energy behind Metatron is clarity. You're being given clarity, but it's also a message of protection, okay? Hold on, I want to look up something for you really quick. Okay, I just wanted to look up one thing. So the energy in this card, okay, Archangel Ariel is really using your creative power, getting creative, okay, thinking outside the box, right? And thinking outside the box might literally be thinking outside the anxiety, okay? See how she's super worried and there's like a storm here, but there's also a clearing happening, okay? So she's fearing because of what she's already experienced, without noticing that the storm is like easing up, right? I want to show you these pictures too, because let me just go through them and I'll show them all. Okay, so the indecisiveness is coming from the anxiety from the previous storms weathered, but things are easing up and this person hasn't seen it yet. But the way they're going to ease up is through creativity, okay? There is also someone coming to help, okay? The thinking man, the wise man, okay? This could be a masculine energy too. It does not have to be a literal man. And to go the next step, I did pull from some other decks on this. For some of you, it's going to be a nature being, okay? So this card is called Furred and Feathered Friends. So that new person coming in, that new guide, that new masculine guide or masculine energy that's guiding you, it could also come through nature, okay? Just know that because that card did come up. So it might be a renewed connection to nature. And it could be a literal pet coming into your life, okay? And as we know, our pets teach us so much. They are indeed our teachers, okay? The other thing is I pulled from another deck. Let me just show you this. Because we as a collective just went through a major energetic purge, okay? Like major. And there's more coming, okay? But I think this is relevant to that, okay? So we have karmic clearing, okay? And like rewriting your story, live your truth. We have angelic frequencies, okay? You're safe, you're protected, which we already talked about. And then we have Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking, okay? So you've got very high vibrational beings assisting with this karmic clearing, this moving forward, okay? So you've got so much protection. Okay, sorry, I had to answer the door. Okay. So you've got all these high vibrational energies and frequencies coming in, pulling us forward, just really pushing humanity forward. And we're all going to see that in our individual lives in different ways, okay? And that being said, you can see why this person is so anxious, okay? Because up until this point, for many of you and all of us, we have struggled in various ways, right? And it might look different for every person, but the bottom line is it's been very difficult, okay? And it took you got major archangel energy coming through here, okay? To get us to where we are right now, okay? Which, in this same deck, I also pulled rest and rejuvenation. So, you know, this, just in that first spread, there's this feeling of it's over. Whatever it was, the struggle is over, okay? and you are protected. You do have a new guide coming in. Could be a nature being. It would not surprise me. Nature is so important. It is such a sacred connection, okay? And, you know, resting and rejuvenating is where your magic is going to happen. And I feel that so much right now. We are being assisted in clearing out all these old, no longer useful cycles, okay? We just can no longer be in that place right now. And when I checked in my other deck, the unicorn deck that I have, I love my unicorns. These are the 3 messages that came up, okay? So trust, adventure, and see the auroras as we're talking about new earth energy, and the goddess. Look how beautiful. She's incredible, isn't she? And in the trust message, it says, leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward, believe you will fly. The adventure one says, dare to do things differently, manifest your travel dreams, move to a new location, okay? And then the goddess card says, honor your divine feminine energy, see your inner beauty, love every part of you, okay? And the feeling I'm getting from this is, you know, of course, because it has been difficult, your journey has been so difficult, it can be really hard to trust again. But your guides are saying, trust. Trust that this next phase is going to be good. Yeah, and I'm hearing leave behind the old ways of thinking. Patterns, programs are being dissolved. That's all that karmic release, okay? That's letting go of just the old way of doing things, the old way of thinking, the old programs that were put upon you, which really weren't you to begin with, okay? Break through that, and you have such support for that, okay? This is a really strong third eye connection, so your psychic abilities are enhanced right now. I'm just feeling like you're going to start seeing things more clearly. And learn not to worry so much. We all work on that, okay? Yeah, it had a purpose. The struggle had a purpose. Trust that purpose. And that goes into that whole message of love every part of yourself. So even decisions that seemed like they were the wrong decision, okay? Did you learn through that? Did you accumulate golden nuggets from that? Did you derive or pull anything from that experience? Then it was not a wasted experience. Love every part of yourself, okay? And then, you know, the goddess energy, first of all, just isn't this the most gorgeous card? Look at her. So beautiful. But it's that just beautiful floral flow, you know, honoring your divine feminine energy is, gosh, it's such a complex message. How can we put it simple, Spirit? Yeah, they're saying just be gentle with yourself. You came through the struggles. You're here to float now. They're talking about the garden. What else do you want to say about it? The nature beings in general, they're saying, are ready to assist anyone who's ready to connect. So if you are looking to find that new guide, so to speak, or for that person to circulate into your life that is being promised to you, that thinking man, that wise guide, see how he's connecting with crystal technology? That's that Lemurian energy, okay? But when I pulled from the Lemurian deck, this is what came up. Furried and feathered friends, nature beings, okay? So that next guide, that wise soul, is going to be very connected to nature. So whether it's a literal man or someone with more masculine energy, or for some of you, a furried, feathered friend, okay? Accept it. I get messages all the time with nature beings. I mean, the frogs, the every little creature, the lizards in my backyard, the little chameleons, the little, just all of them. There's so many. We have so many birds. We have, you know, like every kind of bird you can think of comes through our backyard because we're by the lake. So we get all the water birds, but we also have all the little bitty finches and all of the blue jays and cardinals. And we have several different types of unique looking ducks. And some of that's connected even to the zoo near where we live. Some of those birds have actually, years and years ago when Katrina hit, they actually got out of their containment area. So now 1010, as I said this, they live kind of like all over our region. They're not actually from here. They're from another, maybe like South America, but because they were here at the zoo, now they've kind of settled in this area. So we have these beautiful, like amazing, beautiful ducks that kind of hover in our little neighborhood. Anyway, each one of these to me is a visitor with a message. And I always ask, what is your message? And I feel like that's what Spirit is encouraging you to do. It's time to see past the veil. And so it's not just that the veil is thinning, that's one aspect, right? Like, it's not just about that, okay? That's the message I'm getting from Spirit. It was your willingness to see beyond the veil. Yeah. Like, yeah, this is very much a message of psychic development. Yeah, 11:11, as I said that. So now you see, they're saying, we are here, ready to assist. We are your guides. So there's this message of now you step through. Okay. So on the one hand, humanity has really suffered because of the veil. But on the other hand, we needed to grow to understand the wisdom of what came through the veil. Okay. So there was duality even in that experience of understanding our own abilities. And they're saying bringing in more of those abilities as humanity is ready for it, and as we learn to administer the gift with wisdom. So there was a purpose in the struggle, like they said, and there's a purpose now in the ease. Okay, so is that it? That's it. I love you guys.